All right, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time it is, wherever it is that you are. Welcome to Cooking with Chat. I am your hostess and the individual that you will watch, at least attempting to cook, Alexandra Mayers. And remember, you can always check out the official website for Cooking with Chat. That is shaping up pretty nicely, cookingwithchat.com. And over there, in the future at least, you'll be able to check out and find some merch if you want to get your own Cooking with Chat gear. And also, if there's a particular dish or recipe that you would like to see me attempt to cook, you can set that up straight through that website. All right. So let's go ahead and get started today. Let's get started. So I hope all of you are having a good day. I do have the chat up. Hey, JJ Jr. And let's go ahead and bring up the cooking cam. The cooking cam. That way you guys can see my lovely face while simultaneously watching me cook. And actually, you know what I need to do? I need to go ahead and preheat the oven because today we are going to make lamb chops, not in the oven, on the stove, but along with the lamb chops, we are going to make a dish that I consider to be my signature dish as of current because it's so easy, but it is kind of impressive. Something called a Hasselback potato, okay? So first, let's go ahead and preheat the oven. And as you can see, I'm super fancy. I'm able to pan over to the oven with my camera. I have a robotic tripod, which is freaking awesome. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started with this Hasselback potato. And in order to, make this, all you really need is a regular run-of-the-mill potato. Usually you can pick up a potato for under $1, to be honest with you. And, if you ever have a date night or something and you really want to impress somebody, this is something that you may want to do. So let me just go ahead and wash this potato off a bit. And really the only difference between a Hasselback potato and your run-of-the-mill baked potato is how you prepare it. That's about it. It's very easy, but it impresses people because many people have not seen a Hasselback potato before. So first thing you want to do, of course, is wash your potato. And before you even add any oil or anything to it or any salt, what you want to do is cut this potato in a very special way. And I'm going to show you. You're just going to slice the potato into pieces, basically. You're going to cut about 3/4 down. I like to start in the middle because that way, you space everything evenly. And each cut, you're going to make about, I'd say 1/4 of an inch. Takes a little while to do. Make sure you're careful as you do it. Some people like to set up guides on each side of the potato to where they don't cut down too far. But I've done it so many times now that I can pretty much do it without any sort of rods or spoons on each side. All right, so we have cut this potato, and as you can see, it's cut in quite a few slices, but not all the way through, only about 3/4 of the way down. And now we are going to rub this potato with some olive oil. Actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and line a baking sheet with some foil. That would be a good idea. Really, the lower of the temperature and the longer you cook the potato, the softer it ends up being at the end. Okay, just so you all know. Okay, so I'm just gonna put oil all over this potato. And I've made this particular type of potato before over here on Cooking with Chat. But the beauty about the Hasselback potato is as you're cooking it, you can splay out some of it and you can insert pats of butter into the potato between the wedges. And it really makes for a very tasty potato dish. I finally put in an order for some Himalayan sea salt. I've been wanting some for a while. I refuse to pay local prices. So I found some online through Amazon.com. And I will be using it quite frequently because I'd rather use Himalayan sea salt opposed to table salt. But I'm not opposed to table salt. You know, if that's all you got, that's what you use. That's what you use. Don't be ashamed of not having high-end ingredients. You know, as you move through life, as you make more money, you can afford nicer things. But it takes time. Not everything can just be given to you. All right, so that's all we're going to do when it comes to this for now. We're going to go ahead and pop it into the oven. And you just slide it on in. It's that easy to make a Hasselback potato. So now we're going to get to the main thing that we're going to make. And the main thing that we're going to make today are the lamb chops. All right? Honey herb lamb chops. I've had these 2 lamb chops in my freezer now for a little while. They are defrosted. They are ready for me to cook. But before we cook them, we are going to make a bit of a concoction. We are going to make a sauce, an herb sauce. All right. So first, we are going to use a bowl, obviously. You're going to put some olive oil into that bowl. And within this olive oil, we are going to put a few ingredients, such as thyme. All right. I am going through this particular thyme pretty fast. And I'm not talking about thyme as in tick-tock the clock. I'm talking about thyme, the herb. I like it fresh. Of course, you can buy it, you know, already dried in a shaker. But lately, I have really been taking my time with cooking. I like fresh ingredients when they're available to me. I like taking the time to de-leaf or cut or do whatever it is that I need to do when it comes to handling the herbs. It's a little bit of a ritualistic activity for me, and I like it. Hey there, Stunner. How are you doing today? Welcome to Cooking with Chat. I am doing this particular stream at an odd hour, so I don't think there's going to be too many people coming into the chat, but that's all right. Sometimes less is more. Actually, someone was saying to me not too long ago that there were a few things I could do to have more viewers, but I didn't like any of the suggestions because I kind of like being on my own schedule and doing things when I feel the urge or the need. Because I don't always feel like cooking, but sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. All right. I want many of you to know that I do tend to eyeball and guesstimate the quantities or the amount of the ingredients that I'm utilizing in my recipes. I guess if somebody wanted me to do a particular recipe and they paid for me to do so, I would follow the instructions, but I do consider cooking an art. It definitely is considered an art. That's why culinary arts are called culinary arts. And, I just kind of like to go with my intuition when I'm cooking. All right, so done with the thyme. Now we are going to cut up some chives. We are going to do not too many, but enough. I love the flavor that chives gives meat. I really do. Okay. I'm just going to bunch it up. And it's cutting time. All right, so let's go ahead and transfer these chives into the bowl. Now into this concoction, we are also going to add some ginger, ground ginger. I would have liked to have found some ginger root. They didn't have any at the store the day I went to the store, which was unfortunate. I haven't even opened this yet. I guess I could have gone to another store to pick it up, but I didn't have the time that particular day, so I did not. Just going to put a bit, well, more than a bit, because I do like the taste of ginger. All right. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Ginger makes me sneeze. Do I need to sneeze? Maybe not. Might sneeze later. All right. We're also going to add a bit of garlic powder. And a bit of black pepper. Not too much, but enough. All right, so we did that. Now next, we are going to stir it up a bit. I'll put it a little closer to the camera to where you guys can really see. And these lamb chops are actually pretty small. So let me go ahead and get those out. This is from the day that I cooked the other lamb. Here they are, the little pieces of lamb. And what we're going to do is just use this, what we just put together to, cover each side before you put them in the pan. I'm just gonna go ahead and put the heat up also. Let's see, we'll put the heat on pretty high. But we want to get that pan nice and hot for these little pieces of meat. Yes, we do. All right, so we didn't have time to put the garlic in. I should have remembered, but I forgot. um, the only other thing I do want to do is turn everything off the heat a little bit. I do want to add a little sweetness to them while they're still hot by adding just a little bit of honey. We are adding some honey. So now let's go ahead and load these on a plate because I'm going to eat them right now. I'm hungry. Hello, Tasha. How are you doing? Welcome back to Cooking with Chat. Glad to see you today. I'm here on it's a weird time. It's a real weird time. And I try to pre-schedule these, but then something comes up, so I got to push it back. But yeah, it's lamb chop day. Lamb chop day. And I also have a potato in the oven, which I will probably eat later. But yeah, let's see how this tastes. We'll see. We will see. Ooh, they're juicy. Oh, good. And they are a little rare, so okay. So here we go. I'll let y'all know how it tastes. This is a good recipe. It worked out. These pieces of lamb are very juicy. Kind of a melt in your mouth flavor. That little bit of a glaze of honey at the end definitely made a nice difference than, if it wasn't there. So I'm happy. I'm happy with how this turned out. These are good.